Now, an interesting thing to me is that this development of Mahayana Buddhism took place in northwest India mostly in the first 2 centuries AD, and those are precisely the centuries of the development of Christianity. And the idea of the Bodhisattva is the one who, out of his realization of transcendence, participates in the world. That's the idea of the Christ in his love for the world, coming to be crucified, participating in the crucifixion intentionally, with joy. What's the imitation of Christ? The imitation of Christ is joyful participation in the sorrows of the world, if you read it this way. So there's a wonderful dialogue here. When you think of the Christ in the way of the Buddha, these are 2 folk manifestations of the same elementary idea. The lesson the Buddha tells you is, you're it, all right? What's the imitation of Christ? Joyful participation. Come into this crucifixion with joy, not fear, not desire, and it's a rapture. That's the story there. Now, many rituals associated with war, for instance, in the old times, had to do with getting the warriors into what's known as a berserk attitude, where you go into the pain of the war with rapture. You're wild participating in this thing. That is a religious approach to war. And so we have the 2 Buddhisms, the Buddhism of the ascetic effort and the Buddhism of the joyful participation. The little ferry boat, the big ferry boat. This is big ferry boat stuff. We're there. And the other one is more little ferry boat. You're working hard. Do you see what I'm saying? Now, some people like to work hard. So it's the worst thing you can do to tell, geez, you're having a ball. No, I'm having a terrible time. And that's the whole sense of my life. Another person requires another doctrine.